Hi, we are in New Gloucester, Maine today on the site of the Pineland Cemetery, or the Pownell School for the Feeble-Minded. Probably one of the saddest events in Maine history kind of culminated here. We have a series of stone markers that were erected for patients who both died at the school, and most notably we have the residents of Malaga, Maine, Malaga Island, Maine, right off the coast of Phippsburg, where in 1912 the 45 residents were forcibly evicted by the state and local government. The homes were bulldozed, and the small cemetery, which housed 18 bodies and graves, were dug up because people didn't want them there. They were trying to create vacation land, and the island residents were family members and families of mixed race, impure blood, according to the eugenics movement that was really in full swing at that time. And it was a community started by a man named Benjamin Darling, who was a freed slave from the South, who married a white woman and had several children. And the chronic pauperism and impure blood, as the people of Phippsburg and the surrounding areas, really didn't fit that ideal that they were going for. They wanted to bulldoze all the houses, and they wanted to use it as prime real estate for an inn. And they forcibly dug up those bodies and drove them all the way here to New Gloucester. Most notably, there's a group grave. They're all group graves, but there's 5 children from the Griffin family and 3 children from the Easton family. No one even bothered to name them.
Well, on the stones.
On the stones. So largely their names have been forgotten for history. But they're all along this road. They're all marked November 1912. And there's a small stone here that, with a rowboat, that says November 1912, the people living on Malaga Island, New Meadows River, Maine, were relocated. Isn't that a nice way to say, we dug up your ass and moved you here? The people buried on the island were moved to Pineland Cemetery. That really doesn't speak much to really the injustice that was done to these people. It wasn't until 2008 when the students of Bath Middle School, the Greenhouse specifically, a school that Kathy and I both have proudly worked for. They do really great expeditionary learning work. As part of their expedition, they made a beautiful movie and dedicated this plaque in their honor. It tells the full story. It says, Malaga Island is located near the mouth of the New Meadows River, not far from Phippsburg, Maine. In 1912, the state of Maine evicted all 45 residents living on the island. 8 people were displaced to the Maine home for the feeble-minded in Pownell, which is the field behind us, is where the school was, and it's now been destroyed. The cemetery on Malaga was also removed, and all 18 bodies were reburied here in 5 large caskets, and this plaque is dedicated in their memory. This is coming up on the 100-year anniversary of this really, really horrific spot in New England's history, and yeah, we just felt like we had to come visit it, and frankly, my stomach is just churning. I am just so sick. It is really, had it not been for, plaques like this, Maine really would rather us forget about.
Well, and we have to mention the book. The very excellent book, Lizzie Brighton, the Buckminster Boy.
Lizzie Brighton and the Buckminster Boy. But again, that didn't come out till like the past 10 years.
Yeah.
And I would really recommend reading that. It's a young adult novel, but it's a quick read, and it'll make you pretty sick.
And make you pretty mad.
Make you pretty mad. Probably will make you equally mad to learn that. Just in the past year, our current governor, John Baldacci,
well, not current.
No, current. It was current at that time. Yeah, he's not our current governor, but we won't go there. Released a statement of apology to the descendants of the family. However, it was a statement of apology from both him and members of the Congress. However, they didn't notify anyone that it was coming out. So it was kind of a fake apology, really. It was pushed out, and it wasn't even discovered for a good 6 months until Down East Magazine came across it and published about it. So, weak sauce.
Yeah.
Really, it was a very weak apology.
I'm sorry, really.
You know, and 100 years later, it's just as disturbing. So this is not one of my favorite places we've visited because it just makes me so sick. But definitely, you know, it's something that we need to remember, and we don't let this kind of stuff happen again. And hopefully, if people keep talking about it, we won't forget. And so it's a beautiful, calm place, but it's really, really a travesty.
Yeah, but it's not home.
It's not their home.